Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. So unified WBA and WBO World Cruiserweight Champion Gilberto Ramirez retained his belts over the weekend with a 12-round UD over former champion Yuniel Dorticos. Now, I picked Ramirez to win this fight, but I said if Dorticos was in his prime, I may have actually leaned towards him because he's a formidable puncher, he's tough, he's aggressive, he's physically strong, and he's persistent. And he's got pretty good hand speed as well, Dorticos. And we saw some of that in the early rounds here against Ramirez. He managed to pin Ramirez against the ropes and land some good shots on him, particularly the right uppercut. But Ramirez, once again, showed what a very solid chin he has, because there was no discernible effect from those clean shots that Dorticos was hitting him with. And Ramirez is really a funny one because aside from power and speed, and this might sound funny in and of itself, but aside from power and speed, Ramirez ticks most of the boxes that you would want a fighter to tick. He's got a good boxing brain. He's fundamentally solid, keeps his chin tucked down, his hands up. He goes upstairs, downstairs, head and body. He's got decent footwork. He pivots out the pocket. He changes his level. He's got good punch variety. He's got a good punch output, good stamina. He actually looked more sprightly in the 12th round of this fight than he did in the first. Gilberto Ramirez is one of these guys who's easy for people to underestimate because of the distinct lack of athleticism that he has. I remember after the Bivol fight, I got roasted in the comment section of my post-fight video because I thought that fight would be competitive between Ramirez and Bivol. But of course, Bivol just totally blew him out of the water. Didn't stop him, but did everything but beat the living daylights out of him, truth be told. Beat him from pillar to post. It was a one-sided drubbing. And so there were people saying, Ramirez is rubbish. I can't believe you thought this fight would be competitive. All he ever was a weight bully. He's never been any good. Can't believe you fell for the hype, etc., etc. This is how reactionary and short-sighted a lot of boxing fans are. I always say, in the mind of an average boxing fan, there are only two types of fighters: elite fighters and hype jobs. There's nothing in between, which is ridiculous. There's loads in between. And Gilberto Ramirez fits somewhere in that gray area. He's absolutely not a hype job. He's absolutely not rubbish, but he's certainly not some all-time great Hall of Fame type fighter either. He's a very good, solid pro. That's the way I would describe Gilberto Ramirez. Again, solid fundamentals, good chin, good boxing brain. He's got punch variety, throws combinations. He's got good jab, good punch output, good stamina. Like I say, people are just thrown off by the distinct lack of athleticism. He moves around the ring in a very heavy-looking manner, if that makes sense. He doesn't have the bounce in his step that, for example, Alexander Usyk has. I mention Usyk because he was a cruiserweight, right? And also a southpaw like Ramirez. Ramirez doesn't have anything like that type of athleticism. But he is deceptively good. Beat Gulamarian handily. Beat Chris Billam-Smith. Okay, you can say that they were not particularly great cruiserweight champions historically. But if it was so easy to move up from 168 to 200 pounds and win world titles, every super middleweight will be doing it. Wouldn't they? That they're not doing it is testament to the fact it's not that easy. And therefore, we should give Gilberto Ramirez some credit here for what he's done at cruiserweight so far. Now, is he avoiding Jai Opetaia? Up to this point, absolutely he is. But he's still done well to become unified cruiserweight champion. You can't accuse him of being a weight bully in this weight class, although he apparently weighed 220 or something close to that on fight night, but he was carrying quite a bit of timber. His body was soft in there. Now, perhaps Ramirez will target Badou Jack next, try to bring 3 belts to the table against Opetaia to give himself more leverage commercially and also in the contract, or perhaps even frustrate Opetaia to the point where he moves up without unifying with Ramirez. But if they do sign to fight each other, Ramirez and Opetaia, at some point within the next 12 months, it seems as though the majority of boxing fans, including myself, are of the view that Opetaia will beat Ramirez. But there's a sizable minority who actually think Ramirez could spring the upset. And I don't think it's a ridiculous notion at all. Opetaia has explosive power. He's vicious. He's fast. He has exactly the kind of athleticism which Ramirez totally lacks. But is he a better technical fighter than Ramirez? In my opinion, no, he's not. In my opinion, Ramirez is actually the better, more fundamentally sound boxer. And so if Opetaia goes in there against Ramirez with a cavalier attitude, which he sometimes does in fights, by the way, thinking he's just going to go in there and tattoo Ramirez at will, like Dimitri Bivol did, then I reckon Opetaia could run into some problems. So, like I say, I don't think the people picking Ramirez to beat Opetaia are smoking DMT or drinking ayahuasca. I don't think it's a psychedelic prediction. I don't agree with him, but I don't think it's absurd to pick Ramirez. I can see why they're leaning in that direction. Opetaia can get reckless at times. Anyway, let's hope it happens. Let's hope Ramirez, Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy, stop starving us and depriving us of that bout. Stop going around the houses and actually back up their words, because they say they're trying to build a legacy for Ramirez and get him in the Hall of Fame. Well, you're going to need to fight the likes of Jai Opetaia to do that. Let's see. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Are you surrounded by mindless bots in human form who adhere to the norm and blindly conform? Who swallow all the mainstream BS and actually ridicule you for questioning things? Do you wish you had more free-thinking individuals in your life to network and converse with? Well, look no further. We're right here. Come and join the Brotherhood of Reason on Patreon. You'll gain access to my weekly topical content where we take deep dives on an endless variety of subjects, as well as my vast back catalogue of podcasts, videos, interviews, movie decodings, and my Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You'll also get to talk and network with myself and hundreds of other people in our members chat. You can enjoy all this via the Patreon app or on desktop, and download all my podcasts in high-quality MP3. There's no contract, no commitment. You can cancel at any time, just like Netflix, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Just download the app from the Play Store or the App Store, or simply visit patreon.com on a web browser. Then head on over to my page and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. All the links are in the description box below. And just a quick money-saving tip for Apple users. If you purchase your Patreon subscription on the desktop site or on Android, then you'll avoid the ridiculous 30% fee that Apple charges for purchases made on the iOS app. So if you're on iPhone or iPad, save yourself some money by buying your subscription on the actual Patreon website or on Android, because it's a lot cheaper. Once you've made that initial purchase, you can then use the Patreon app on your iPhone or iPad thereafter to access and enjoy your content as normal.